Hey, adrenaline junkies, get ready for heart-pounding chases, wild PIT maneuvers, and the most thrilling moments ever caught on camera. Brace yourself. The chase starts now. On the morning of May 18, 2022, while patrolling Interstate 630, Officer Walker noticed a silver Toyota Camry traveling in the same direction. The driver wasn't wearing a seatbelt. But when the officer activated his emergency lights, the driver made a fateful choice. Instead of stopping, he floored the gas and began swerving through traffic. What started as a minor violation suddenly spiraled into a high-speed pursuit. And before long, it would turn into a disaster with no way out.
Speed's medium, speed's 60 right now, 70.
Copy, and we're patched in with Little Rock and North Road.
Just wrecked out, started 1016.
10-4, North Interchange?
Yeah, 10-4. It's a rollover.
Copy.
Anybody else in the car? Anybody else in the car? Anybody else in the car?
One person.
Let me check on them. They got any guns in there?
Got a driver in there.
The chase came to a violent end when the driver lost control and slammed into a road sign, leaving the silver Camry completely mangled. Officers rushed to the scene and found the passenger sitting by the roadside, shaken but alive. The driver, identified as Marcus Scott, had been thrown from the vehicle. Inside the wreck, police discovered a Glock handgun, 22 rounds of ammunition, and several bags suspected to contain marijuana. Scott was taken to the Pulaski County Detention Center, facing multiple charges, from drug and firearm possession to attempting to flee. A sobering reminder: one reckless choice can change your life forever. The following incident shows just how unpredictable the consequences of theft can be, especially when the stolen vehicle is a police car. On February 1st, 2024, officers responded to a call about a woman attempting to steal a vehicle outside the China King restaurant. But when they arrived, things escalated fast. She suddenly jumped into the patrol car, slammed the gas, and sped off, leaving the officers and bystanders in utter shock.
No. Stop! 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 It did so fast, she just got in my car, took off.
C-316, should advise they're coming up behind an 18-wheeler.
And she's turning around. That's the U-turn. She is going east.
Station 1033.
Stay away from the car! Stay away from the car! Back up! Back up! Back up! Back up!
The pursuit reached deadly speeds as the suspect pushed the patrol car past 100 miles an hour. In a single moment of distraction, she lost control, slamming head-on into a pickup truck. Both vehicles were destroyed and all three people involved were killed instantly. The driver was identified as 33-year-old Kendra Boone. In the aftermath, the department was forced to review its pursuit policy, but no policy change can undo the tragedy that already happened. A high-speed escape and a violent crash. That's what you're about to witness. On December 3rd in Ohio, police from Solon and Bentleyville spotted the vehicle reported stolen and began to follow it. But moments later, the driver hit the gas, fleeing at over 80 miles per hour in a 35 zone. Officers deployed spike strips to stop the car, but what happened next was something no one saw coming.
Intersection and block it off. That way we don't have a crash here.
He's got one headlight. He's doing about 80. Swerving in my lane.
Good hit. Crash now. Crash now. Set the spot.
The violent crash left both vehicles completely mangled, but miraculously, everyone involved survived with only moderate injuries and received immediate medical care.
Can you get cover on him so I can put him up? There's a gun on the floor in here. Get on the floor.
If I help you crawl out,
My leg, damn, look at my leg.
I can't pull you out. I'm just gonna hurt you more.
Well, he could get out. His leg's broken.
Let the fire department come and cut this out.
The two suspects inside the car later faced nearly 40 felony charges, including theft, aggravated assault, and attempted murder. The driver, identified as Romeo Hayes, was convicted and sentenced to 71 years in prison for his actions. What started as a routine night patrol for Sergeant Noer quickly turned into a nightmare, one he'll never forget. After spotting a suspicious driver behaving erratically, Noer activated his emergency lights and gave chase, pushing nearly 100 miles per hour in the dark. With limited visibility and rising tension, every second of that pursuit edged closer to disaster.
It's at bat 1050.
When officers arrived at the crash site, an eerie silence filled the air, a silence so heavy it unsettled even the most seasoned cops. Still, they pushed forward to check the wreck and aid anyone inside. Moments later, it was confirmed. All three occupants had died in the crash. The tragedy forced the department to revise its pursuit policy, serving as a haunting reminder that compliance is always safer than running from the law. On January 8, 2024, officers from the Trotwood Police Department in Ohio responded to reports of a Voyager driver who fled the scene after striking a pedestrian and leaving them critically injured. Moments later, officers located the suspect's vehicle and began pursuit.
Suspect, he does have a long gun.
But Then the chase took a deadly turn, as the driver opened fire on the pursuing officers, igniting a terrifying shootout that shook the streets of Ohio. In a desperate attempt to escape, the driver plowed straight into two patrol cars that were blocking traffic, completely destroying his vehicle. The suspect, identified as 55-year-old Michael Skirvin, was arrested and charged with 4 serious felonies, including aggravated assault, weapon possession, drug possession, and domestic violence. He was sentenced to 64 years in prison with no chance of early parole. On Saturday, October the 12th, 2024, officers attempted to stop a Mercedes for a missing plate, aggressive driving, and failure to maintain lane. But instead of complying, the driver hit the accelerator, reaching speeds over 120 miles per hour and nearly crashing into multiple patrol cars. The Mercedes tore down the highway like a speeding arrow. Any collision at that pace could have been catastrophic. The question is, how would the Georgia State Patrol stop this reckless driver before it was too late?
Pit. Milepost 1, copy. Milepost 1, roll over, go ahead and send EMS.
Clear on pit, roll over, sending EMS.
When officers returned to the scene, the Mercedes was mangled beyond recognition. The suspect wasn't inside, instead he was found lying on the grass near a drainage ditch. Police performed life-saving measures and waited for EMS to arrive, but it was too late. The driver didn't make it, a stark reminder that every time you hit the gas, you're one step closer to risking everything. On March 10, 2023, in New London, Connecticut, a suspect named Victor Hall used a stun gun to threaten a 63-year-old woman, stealing both her phone and her car. Hours later, Waterford police spotted the stolen vehicle and attempted a traffic stop, but the suspect refused to pull over, flooring the gas and sparking a dangerous high-speed chase through the city.
Almost hit a junk vehicle. Get away! Flag got hurt.
They just got off the highway in the area of Oil Mill. There's an update. 65.
Motor vehicle accident. Well, you got to step towards there. Let's get a perimeter.
Reaching speeds over 117 miles per hour, the suspect made it nearly impossible for officers to keep up. The chase took a dramatic turn at the intersection of Highway 85, where he slammed into an oncoming vehicle. Abandoning the stolen car, he fled into the nearby woods, but was captured moments later. Inside the car, police found a loaded firearm. Months later, in October 2025, the case was finally closed when Victor Hall was convicted of carjacking. On November 8, 2024, A gray Nissan deliberately ran a red light. When officers noticed and activated their emergency lights, the driver ignored them, blowing through another red light and speeding north on Nolan at over 110 miles per hour.
Gray Nissan Altima, looks like 2 occupants. Westbound 70 from Nolan, speed 16 climbing.
Instead of taking a simple ticket, he chose to run from the law. But what drove him to make that choice? And how would this high-speed chase come to an end?
Be careful, he's swerving at everybody that's throwing sticks.
Driver swerving in every first inch. Control. She's 35. I'm here, here. Correct, we're still.
As the chase entered the Kansas City neighborhood, slick roads caused the suspect to lose control and crash into a large oak tree. The vehicle was heavily damaged and nearly destroyed. Miraculously, the driver walked away uninjured and was taken into custody without further incident. Police later discovered he was wanted for violating felony probation and driving with a revoked license. But none of that could justify his reckless disregard for the law.
Keep going.
A rape suspect set off one of the largest police pursuits in Chattanooga's history. On February 24, 2016, highway patrol officers from Chattanooga and Tennessee joined forces to chase a rape suspect wanted out of Nashville. The pursuit unfolded during rush hour with traffic packed bumper to bumper. And in the chaos, one patrol car lost control and veered onto the sidewalk, turning the chase into a moment of sheer danger. In the end, the dangerous suspect was finally cornered and taken down by police. Over the course of the chase, he caused at least 15 crashes, endangering officers and the innocent drivers alike. The suspect, identified as 21-year-old Zachary Hunter, was arrested and charged with rape, unlawful imprisonment, and assault. He's now being held on a $125,000 bond. A clear reminder that you can run from the police, but you can't escape them. On the night of March 2, 2025, Wisconsin State Patrol received reports of a driver speeding at nearly 140 miles per hour, dangerously weaving through traffic and even using the median and shoulder to pass. Minutes later, on Highway 18/151 northbound, troopers spotted a Lexus matching the description, and what followed was a high-speed pursuit through the dark that pushed both car and officers to their limits. Reaching speeds over 117 miles per hour, The suspect made it nearly impossible for officers to keep up. The chase took a dramatic turn at the intersection of Highway 85, where he slammed into an oncoming vehicle.
Into the right ditch. Multiple rolls. Vehicle lost control. 1050 into the right ditch. Multiple rolls.
Abandoning the stolen car, he fled into the nearby woods, but was captured moments later. Inside the car, police found a loaded firearm. 4 months later, in October 2025, the case was finally closed when Victor Hall was convicted of carjacking. Thanks for riding the adrenaline with us here at Police Chase 360. If you enjoyed the thrill, there's plenty more where that came from. Wild pursuits, close calls, and heart-stopping moments you won't believe. Stay with us, hit subscribe if you haven't yet, and let's chase the next story together.